Welcome to the 6th Airborne Division monthly after action report for June 2024. It's been one hell of a month, filled to the brim with fantastic operations and training sessions. We started the month strong with Operation Powder Keg, a mission that put the unit members into a different kind of role from the normal format, but with a view to pave the way for a future 3-day mini-campaign. The 6 members were deployed as A and B squadrons of the 22nd SAS unit and inserted into the Pera Islands off the coast of Colombia, with an aim to dismantle the Boca cartel. Boca cartel managed to capture 4 members of the 22nd SAS unit after an intense fight to the end. This paved the way for the 6th Airborne Division's second mini-campaign of the month, named Operation Snowstorm. This 3-day campaign had ACOI searching the island for the 22nd SAS members, working through tricky forest terrain and rocky landscapes to achieve their goal. The outcome was close for the 22nd SAS members, and 4 were successfully saved, but unfortunately 2 were KIA. On the 17th of June, ACOI have been working on air assaults. This is a very fast-paced way of deploying the platoon and securing high-value targets in key locations, and this last session was a great example of how this was performed. On the 19th of June, it was one of our favourite types of trainings, as we all get to jump out the back of a plane and hope our parachute opens before we hit the ground. The training part of our evenings is normally accompanied by a live fire FTX session, and seeing the platoon paradrop over enemy locations and achieve their goal was definitely a highlight of the week. However, sometimes things don't quite go to plan. But rest assured, no AI were harmed in the making of this training session.
That one looked pretty close. Oh, there you go.
On the 23rd of June, the training was on civilian interactions to prepare the platoon for any possible future coin-op situations. Some additional training was done on IED and searches at checkpoints. It was a very informative night, and the mini checkpoint FTX at the end of the night was a very spicy way to end the training session. The checkpoint came under heavy fire with a bombardment of RPGs being fired from the mountains, as well as a number of VB IEDs hitting the entrance of the checkpoint. The order was called to bug out, and the platoon, under fire, managed to extract, ready to fight another day. On the 27th of June, the platoon took part in Operation Desert Boot. The 6AB was tasked with locating and destroying IED factories they found in the region of Zargabad and eliminating any insurgent camps. The platoon had to move very carefully through civilian areas to clear out IED threats, either locating them and marking them for disarming, or, as some members chose, to tactically disarm them with their feet. The platoon finally ended up at the IED factory and managed to shut down the insurgent operation in the area. On the 30th of June, the unit took part in its final FTX of June, Exercise Vortex. Russian forces had launched an attack on Altis, compelling a rapid withdrawal of British troops from Camp Sword to a remote airfield in the northeast. The 6th Airborne reorged and reassaulted Gravia Airfield under the darkness of night, with a follow-up paradrop onto our beloved Camp Sword. Many Russians were neutralised, and despite further attempts by the Russians to retake the bases, the 6th Airborne Division held strong and defeated the Russian units. The 6AB could settle into the last op of the month, safe in the knowledge that Camp Sword was secured once again. If you would like to secure not missing any content, you can check out the links to various Twitch and YouTube channels in the description below. And if you'd like to join the 6th Airborne Division Milsim unit, follow the Discord link below, or scan the QR code on any of the title screens. Hello and welcome to Just the Tip, your guide to all things Arma 3. In this episode we're going to keep it simple with a few simple key commands that are handy to know in any operation, with special thanks to Tarquin, who has given up his Sunday afternoon. Nobody likes negligent discharge, even Tarquin behind me here, so weapon safety is very important. The key command for putting your weapon system on safe is Control and the tilde key, located next to the number 1 on your keyboard. Vehicle safety could also be toggled on and off by pressing Shift F. Now if you need to keep your voice on safe, we can change the volume of that by pressing Control and Tab to scroll through from whisper to normal and shout, as seen by the logo in the bottom right corner. Now Tarquin sometimes gets aggressive, so to keep him safe we can simply walk up behind him and press Shift F1, and this will apply the handcuffs so we can do with him as we please. To release him later, we can go through the self-interaction menu and release prisoner. Keeping your weapon on safe in secure locations and civilian areas is important. There is nothing worse than the platoon sneaking into a location only for someone to let off a stray 5.56 round that immediately alerts the enemy and gives away the element of surprise, or worst case, puts a round in someone's ass. Thanks for checking out this month's edition of the 6th Airborne After Action Report. For the month of June, in future videos we want to bring the unit closer to you, so we'll be breaking down many of the things that we do that make the 6th Airborne Division one of the best milsim units out there. Be sure to subscribe, and until next time, remember, keep it on safe.